Football League.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes. To this point in the season, still 2 months to go. If he keeps going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
The numbers for Brown from a week ago, 14 carries, 101 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs. Established with the one.
And he's going to be taken down there. A sack back at the 32.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that?
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Chase Brown, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit it with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Steelers, nothing.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did.
I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your source. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Gain of 7. Brings up second.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 54 yards and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 46-yard
Play
line.
action. Rodgers. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Joseph Osai. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with one.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 7.
Now Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Good coverage there by Jordan Battle.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles is number 27 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Rodgers now to throw.
Complete to Austin here over the middle.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Calvin Austin,
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
and the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak in this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the a quick turnaround.
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass.
Wants a screen pass. That's complete.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A short throw there, pulled in by all. Now 2nd and 9.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Here's Burrow, setting up to throw it. It's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
"7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
11 more yards. That's another Bengals 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Not open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call a moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
2nd and 1 at the 7-yard line.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
First and 10 at the 37.
On the give, it's Warren. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
There's another Steelers first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run behind center with Gainwell. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end final move. And down inside the 15 it goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
On first and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Bengals' 14-yard line.
And they'll stay on the ground. Gainwell again.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
DK Metcalf.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point now by Boswell.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're knotted up at 14. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. Now Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Johnson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the one. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Another shot from the one on second and goal. Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Well, let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And a fine chase on the right side complete. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
It's third
from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's second and 10. Here's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
A gain of 2.
Back to throw. A short throw there pulled in by all. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Chuck Clark. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Third quarter starts with a run from Gainwell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's been the go-to guy in this offense throughout the first half of the season. As you can see, he's the NFL's leader in touchdown catches. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. An inside give, Brown. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
From the 43, here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Right back to Brown. A pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First and 10 at the 46-yard
That's pretty much
line.
meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Complete to number 5, T. Higgins.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Burrow going to keep it running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Brings up second and
Pretty good
11.
job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
And down he goes. They sack it back right around the 41-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for.
There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's going to be met down the line of scrimmage and taken down. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Shamar Stewart in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Jones on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Bengals.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
This one complete to Yoshibas.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they go play action now. Burrow. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Alex Highsmith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's a give to Brown. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. 3rd and goal. Burrow setting up the screen to Pirine. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? What do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
I give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the post.
the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. They finds Austin complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now play fake. Rodgers. His throw incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Yeah, he was looking for the check on bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
They start on the ground with P-Ryan. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jamar Stewart, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's playing well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
A 49-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That was short one to Gesicki. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Pirine, draw a cut. That is able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And the Bengals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run again with Pirine. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Burrow will throw.
2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now it's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. And now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
The 31-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Into the hands of Thielen, complete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
First down, Pittsburgh.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and goal.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Steelers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.